Hi, this is Carol from Carol's Crafty Canvas. Today I'm going to be making gel prints for Super Swap 26, which is an event hosted by Becky Bokern and myself in the Facebook group Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists, which is the group of PM Artist Studio, and Becky is one of their designers. I will link below the Facebook group, all three of our YouTube channels, and also a video that explains the swap in further detail. I would say, let's get this party started and start making some gel prints. And the first step I wanted to do today was to add a little bit of black paint and some water and kind of do this little finger paint thing where I swish it around because I need to let this dry. I'm going to be making 12 sets of gel prints, similar. Each one's going to be similar, like I'm going to be making 24 total, but 12 sets. Each grouping of two are going to be similar. And I'm going to keep one and I'm going to send the other one to Becky. And she's going to do the same with me. And we had various people sign up in the Facebook group, and they've been connected together in groups of two, and they get to coordinate and find out how they want to do it. They may not want to make two gel prints, but that's just what I opted to do. And Becky said she was doing the same thing. So we were definitely on the same wavelength on that. And we're going to be using PM Artist Studio stencils and stamps. So the first thing I'm going to do is decide which stencil I'm going to use for this. And I think for this one, I think I'm going to use this one, Grandma's Buttons by Darcy Sanders. It came as a square, but I cut into it so it wouldn't be so straight. So I'm going to make this one with the Darcy stencil. And I'm going to use pink tourmaline and peridot. I figured out, thanks to Google, how to actually pronounce those. I've been saying peridot. But the funny thing about these two colors, especially with the names, is this is my birthstone and this is my sister's birthstone. And I didn't even know that. I knew hers was kind of green and mine was pink. I love it. Okay, I'm going to do stencil down and then the paint, clean it up over to the right, and then do it again here. I'm going to do green, pink, green. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom first. And I'm going to brayer this off to the right. And I'm going to do the middle. I love these two colors together. It's one of my favorites. And brayer that off. Then what I'm going to do is take this and flop it off to the right on a piece of paper. Normally I would flip it over here, but I'm trying to make both gel prints look the same. Ooh, that is pretty. Okay, so I'm going to try to wipe that off to the right. And then I'm going to place the stencil on this and do the same exact thing. Okay, so I'm going to place it down again. Look what that just did. Very cool. Okay, so I'm going to do the same exact thing. It's not exactly on there. There we go. My gel plates are 8 by 10. After we get through making our stuff, we're going to send each other 12 gel prints and some goodies added in there also. And then with the stuff we get, it's just our prerogative what we do with it. I plan on making an art journal, and that's why I wanted to do my prints and her prints, because it'll be special. But I do encourage you to join that Facebook group. They are just, if you're into mixed media, it's the place to go. And also gel printing, so I've learned a lot since I've joined that Facebook group. Okay, wipe that off. Now I'm going to do the pink. And I'm basically a shy person when it comes to being in Facebook groups and stuff, but It's helped me kind of come out of my shell a little bit too, because now here I am hosting an event. I never would have done that in the past. All right, so now I'm going to take this one and do a flop over again. Woohoo! Pretty. I'm just going to do it on the same piece of paper. There's that. So now I need to let this dry and I'll be back. All right, these are dry. And I think on these, I'm going to use the metallic white as the pool. So I'm going to be using 32-pound paper on all of these gel prints. Okay. If it's too much, I'm just put it over here. That's the best thing about doing two things the same is if you have too much of the paint, you can just move it over to the other side. All right, there we go. Get this one down. I'll give it a good rub in a sec. All right, there we go. It's like a nice coating. Get this one here. Try to be as even as I can. There we go. Okay. Put that down. Give this a good rub. I do not have a Baron. I wish I did, but I don't. But I don't. I'm notorious for doing my pulls too quick. So I'm going to, unless I'm doing a live video, I'm going to let these dry in between. So I'm just going to do these videos in little splurts. Is that a word? Spurts. Splurts. It's a new word. We're going to do it in little splurts. All right. Well, I'm going to let this dry and I'll be back. No, I got to do a peek. Yeah. I'll be back. All right. I think these are pretty dry. Let's pull these prints and see what they look like. And this doesn't mean I'm done with these gel prints. I might want to add something more to it, but I don't want every print to be black. I tend to add a lot of black lately. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh. Oh, yeah. I love those colors together. Okay, it's the first time I've really tried to make two prints look the same. Nice and shiny. Oh, those are very nice. And they are a little different. The black splotches are a little different, but they're pretty much the same. All right. So I might still add something on top, like a flop off or something. So I'm going to take these and set them over to the right. And I wonder what color would be good as a flop off on that. I don't want to add too much stuff on there. I kind of like it the way it is. Okay. I'm not going to add anything else to that because if Becky gets this or any of the others and decides she wants to enhance them or do anything, she can. I'm going to use a different color this time. I think I'm going to go with, I love these colors together. This is cobalt blue and this is blue. Now on screen, they really look pretty much the same, but they're really pretty together and they're different colors. So let's decide what I'm going to do. What stencil am I going to use? I'm going to try to use at least one of each stencil that I have. This is one of my favorite ones with PMR Studio. It's called Rune Blocks. I really like it. So let's get me a piece of paper over to the right. I'm going to do Rune Blocks. And I'm going to do, oh, I have that. That's not open yet because I have a little tiny one of the same stuff. So I'm going to use it up first. I'm going to put a little on the bottom and a little on top. Last time I did this, I used way too much. And then some of this cobalt blue. That's just blue. This is cobalt blue. This cobalt blue is a beautiful color, kind of a turquoisey color. I'm going to keep it angled like that. And then I'm going to add the blue just on the corner. And I'm going to pick up this stencil and flop it over onto that paper I have with the dots on it. I mean, the stamps on it. I have to do this part over to the right. Well, I put it upside down, that piece of paper, and then rubbed it. So now I'm going to put this back on here, on this one, and do the same thing. Put the cobalt blue in the middle, and the other blue on the top and bottom. We'll start with the dark color, I mean the corners this time, since I had some on my brayer anyway. I'm going to brayer this off a little so the colors don't totally blend, at least in the middle. That cobalt blue is beautiful. It's kind of like if turquoise and blue had a baby. Whenever I start gel printing, I can smell the paint. Okay. Now let me get another piece of paper. I'm definitely going through some papers. I'm gonna do this one on just a blank piece of paper to flop off. I'm gonna where my little credit card go. My little card. I just had it in my hand. I lay things down all the time, drive myself crazy. Oh, right in front of me. Goodness. I'm telling you, aging is not for the weak of heart. Let me tell you. Okay, I'm gonna flop this on top of this piece of paper. Where'd my deli paper go? I do not have enough desk space. I'm just gonna say it. Kind of am getting a cold, so my voice might sound a little. Okay, so there's that. There's that stencil. And there's that. And I need to let that dry too before I put it back where it belongs. I got it all over my fingers. All right, these are dry. And I think I'm going to do a little black on top of this, little mark making. And I've got this sponge and this stencil, which is from Strips Volume 3. And I'm going to sponge some black between. Not over the whole thing, but just in a few places. Just to give it some more. I don't want to pull it with black, but I want some black on it. I want to use, I think silver and pewter for the pool colors. Give it some character with this stencil. Of course, when you pull the gel print, everything's in opposite order, so these will be in the background. And I tape down my thing that the gel plate is on, so I can't pick it up to see. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there. I'm not gonna go any further with that. This stencil looks so good. It's just one of my favorites. Let's let this dry. Won't take too much. Get my little fan on it to let it dry, my little electric fan. I think I'm going to put a few circles on here also. I've got this, it's just a little piece of cardboard from where I had some aluminum foil. I don't have too much, maybe not. Oh, thank you. Might as well use up the paint in this little bowl. Almost used it up. I didn't realize there was so much in there. Oh, I love playing in paint. Come back here, buddy. I think I used it up. All right, now I'm gonna let these dry. All right, these look pretty dry. So now my plan is to use this amethyst and silver. No, I didn't want silver, I wanted pewter. Excuse me. Amethyst and pewter. So I'm gonna put the purple, which is amethyst, on the two corners where I put the blue, and I'm gonna put the pewter in the middle where the that's too much. I'm not gonna put anything anywhere else. Put the pewter where the cobalt blue is. Who knows what this will look like. But I don't want to wait too long because I have this is my pool, so I want it to stay wet, but not too overly wet. Okay, roll that off. Get my pewter. It's kind of a gray blue. I'm gonna do both sides before I mix them together. I'm learning with doing the two gel prints with the same design. All right, paper one here. All right. All right, so I'm gonna rub these and let them dry. All right, let's pull this and see what it looks like. I've turned off my overhead light and I'm using just natural light again. I can't get my lighting right lately. Hmm, shiny. Move these paints out of the way. Sitting in my way. Pretty. The black turned out pretty good through there. Right? Look at that. Lovely shine. So there's a little bit right there that I'm just going to get a tiny tad on my finger of the cobalt blue. To cover that up. A little spot right there. Anything over here, little spot right there. Maybe not gonna worry about too much, but if it has a little rip, I'm gonna do it. Wow, I love those. I'm gonna have to start wearing gloves if I keep this up. Keep doing all this finger painting. Love, love, love these. Okay. Next. All right. I want to put some black down. Once again, doing it through the stencil. A different stencil, I believe, though. Let's see, which one? Let's just put a few on here. These are the same set as that other one. Maybe I'll do it like this and then stair step. That looks like it's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put some more just craft paint in this bowl and just stamp it through. Right, so now what I'm gonna do is move these over here and move these over here. Do the same thing again. All right, and then this one, I'm gonna move these. This set comes with 5 stencils, so I'm gonna utilize all 5 this time. And then the middle, I'm gonna do that one that I used a minute ago. Oops. Oops. Eee, that's funny. Funny, funny. How about we move the stencil first? Then do it. There's a few places I might want to add a little more. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good. Let's let that dry. Let it dry. Let it dry. It won't take long, except for right there's a little darkness. Oh, I love that purple. The next one I'm gonna do is the purple with the red. It's pretty combo too. That's what I'm gonna do on top of this. Anything else I want to put on there beforehand? Like silver, maybe? Silver. Dropping everything. Dang. This is a little bit of silver, I believe. Yep. Let's just see. What am I gonna do? I'm gonna do that. This just a little bit. It's not really showing too much, but when the pull happens, it might show. There's different directions. It's so see-through, I can barely see it. See that there's a little piece right there. The spot right there. Alrighty. There we go. Now I need to let this dry. We have, this is dry now. My little stencils are dry. I'm trying to let go of the feeling that I have to clean the stencils every time because I do feel like I need to clean them. Okay, so purple and red metallics. I'm going to go red, purple, red, purple, red. I'm going to do 3 little red dots and 3 little this time. This stuff's kind of thick. Okay, get off them. There we go. I'm going to try to keep it from blending together. Doing one at a time this time since I didn't use too much paint for a change. I'll rub that more in a minute. All right, red, red, red. Try not to use too much. Like I said, I have the definite tendency to use too much paint, like I just said there. I'm just barely gonna put it there. Barely. Get off of there. Dang. Trying to keep my eye on what colors are where as I'm doing this on my brayer. Like I just went over the red with the purple. All right. Paper. All right, I'm gonna rub these and let them dry. I'll be back. All right, these are dry enough. Let's see what they look like. This is the purple and the red with a little silver and black. Ooh, whoa. Wow, look there. The black where I did the stamping with the sponge. And then the little bit of silver I added. Pretty. All right, this one should be similar. Then I'm gonna see if I need to do anything to the others. That look big chunk of blue. Oh, the blue kind of looks good on here. These colors just go well together. So pretty. Wow, so pretty. Look at that. Well, honey, my dog just slid on the floor. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, it's pretty. I like it. All right, what I'm going to do now is, since this is dry, I'm going to put some paint on here and put, actually, this stencil, a Paula King. I'm going to do neon pink and turquoise. I've never used this combo. We shall see. I had, so I thought, another box of the little, I know I've got some somewhere, the little neon paints. I have another box of those. And you know how it is. You put it somewhere. If I go buy it, I know exactly what will happen. I'll go buy it and then I'll find the one I had. Okay. Who knows what these will do in the middle? I'm thinking maybe they'll make a little bit of a purple. Oh, it's pretty combo. Sometimes that splotchiness kind of reminds me of like a tiger or something. All right, well, that's pretty. I'm gonna put this on here like that. Piece of paper. Try to get into the little nooks and crannies here. All right, nice. Okay, I'm gonna move the stencil over here and do the exact same thing because I'm trying to make duplicate prints. Okay, so now I have two like this, and I'll use those on something else. A little bit of that black came up, but that's okay. Now take this off. Now I want these to dry. All right, what I'm going to do here is use this Lucky Loops by Devin Rex for Art, lay it down, and I'm going to put the blue on the whole thing, see what happens. I had a different plan until I couldn't find that one thing of paint that I know I hid somewhere. Put it somewhere for safekeeping. I'm just going to flop this over here on this piece of paper. Rub it with the deli paper. And then look at the same exact thing right here. Once again with the metallic blue. Well, I'm going to have to really look for those paints. I don't know what I did with them. Those neons. And I really wanted to use those today. Ugh. I'm kind of sick, so I'm not going anywhere, that's for sure. Got a cold or something. My voice may sound a little weird. That is why. Got that rubbed off over here to the right on a piece of paper. Piece of paper looking kind of interesting. So I'm going to let these dry now and then decide what I'm going to do the pool. What color I'm going to use for the pool. I'll be back. All right, let's see. Now that I'm almost out of these paints, I'm making me want to use them even more, but I don't think I have enough to do both. So I'm going to use silver. I guess we'll see what happens. This is that inexpensive paint that I had. This is going to be the pool color. It made This is that crafter's paint that I got very inexpensively at Hobby Lobby when I was testing out metallics, and I wasn't sure if I was going to like them. And I do. And I do. And a good rub in just a minute. Let me keep this one on here. And if I don't like it, I can add more to it. That's the fun about this. If you don't like it, you just keep playing with it until you do. All right, I'm going to rub these really well, let them dry, and I'll be back. All right, let's get these pulled and see. This one developed a wrinkle. The first stencil I did with the pink and the turquoise not showing too much. Still have quite a bit of this splotchy paint on here. And I don't even know if these paints are any good anymore, so I'm going to try them out. It's been a while since I've used them. This is Master's Touch Satins. Well, that was a lovely sound. I don't know if you heard it or not. Oh, that's gooky. Gooky. I have to put some purple. This looks like Easter. So I'm going to do the yellow and the pink. The pink is very thick, like icing almost. The paint's kind of old, definitely. All right, let this dry and see what transpires. This is what that paint was. Pearlescent. All right. These have definitely dried. It's been well over 24 hours because I've been sick and I just kind of left it here. Had a cold or something. I'm still getting better. My voice is a little raspy. But I want to pull these because I did a little peek. Oh my goodness, this is that pearlescent. Whoa, I'm telling you, these colors. Whoa, you cleaned off that plate real nice too. Whew, that's pretty. These are different than my neons. These are more softer. Wow, got a little texture to it because it was cleaning off my plate also. Now this one should basically look the same. Wow, that is really stuck. Oh my, that is pretty. Now I have this, which is Top Dot Liechtenstein by Becky Bokern. I'm wondering if I put some dots on this gel plate and then lay that on top of it. What color though? What color? I don't want to mess it up. So we got some black on there. That's got some chunks of paint on it. That's funny. The edge of the gel plate must have had some stuff on it. Let's see. I started out with the pearlescence. Let's see if there's anything I didn't use. No, it won't show. Those won't show, I don't think. What about some metallic white just to make some white polka dots? Or the white on the bottom. I don't know what I'm doing. Let's do a little white on the bottom and get these pearlescents out. I did not use the green. Put a little of that on top. I don't know what it'll do, if anything. This is way bigger than my 8x10 gel plate. So I'm going to do this about halfway up. Do the same thing over here. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to do. I hope it doesn't mess anything up. And give it a little ombre right there. And pick it up. Flip it over and lay this on top. My roller's got dots on it. My brayer. Not bad. Interesting. I like it. Look, I like that. Wonder if I can lay this down in the exact same spot. Pretty good. Okay, let's do it again. White and the green. Yeah, same exact thing. So this green is definitely translucent. It went a little crooked, but it is what it is. Ooh, getting dark outside, like it's wanting to have a storm. Mm, ooh, love it. That is nice. Oh, I love that. That is so pretty. When this dries, I'll do a close up on it. I need to find me another piece of paper and pick that up. I'll just do it on this one. I'm gonna leave that on there for a minute and see if it'll pick up all of it. Wow, that is so pretty. So pretty. So pretty. I've got two. One for me and one for Becky, and I love that it's her stencil I'm using on that. Nice, nice, nice. And I need another piece of paper. This is kind of going to flop off during all this. I'm going to turn this stencil upside down, rub it, and then go clean it. Because I'm just going to embrace the fact that I don't want my stencils getting all nasty. I was trying to be loosey goosey about it and not worry. Well, not really worry, but focus in on dirty stencils, but I can't help myself. Not much, but a little showed up. All right, then. Nice new stencil. I love these stencils. Okay, let's let these two dry, then I can clean up my mess. All right, I got 5 sets of gel prints made for hashtag SuperSwap26. And let's do a quick little flip through. 5 sets meaning, as I said earlier, I'm making 2 of each so that I can keep one and I can send one to Becky. Woohoo! You can kind of see that green right there. It's very pretty. Flip them over as I do it. Of course, that's the same, but slightly different. Very nice. Purple and cobalt blue there. This is that pink tourmaline and peridot. That's my sister and I's birthstones, which is pretty cute. Pretty special. Mhm. So pretty. And that one has 2 stencils on it. You can kind of see a little bit the circles, holy moly, underneath. Almost made it disappear, especially on this purple part. You can see it. It's really pretty too. Oh, and this was where I just did a flop off. Very pretty. This was brayer off sheet on top of a piece of paper that I stamped a stamp by Devin Rex for Art. It's just a flop off here. And this was also brayer off sheet. Look how lovely that is. The same stamp. That's pretty. Love it, love it. So let's arrange these how I like them. I like, this is my favorite. Of course, the super bright colors, and I love dots. So that has to be my favorite. Do a little spread out here because I just love to look at them all spread out after a nice printing session. This was actually quite a few days of gel printing because I've been a little sick. So I would just do little spurts here and there. Look, that's beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different designs ready for Super Swap 26. Here you go. Check the link, check the description below for all the links. I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you come back.